Hi, this is Paul Ritter with Interactive Media Strategies with this Business Video Spotlight for the business video site on TMCnet. In today's Spotlight interview, I'm speaking with Eric Quanstrom, Vice President for Strategy and Marketing with Sorenson Media. Eric joins us via Skype video from his office in San Diego. Hi, Eric. Thanks for joining us today.
Hi, Paul. Thanks for having me.
Eric, for those who may not really be familiar with Sorenson Media, can you provide a brief background on the company and give us some insights on its history?
Sorenson Media has actually been around for 15 years now. And one of the things that, is somewhat of our claim to fame is the mainstreaming of internet video. We began life as a video codec creating company. And we produced some of the codecs that were first used in Apple's QuickTime, Macromedia Flash, which is now Adobe Flash. We were also, coincidentally, the first codec ever utilized by YouTube. We joke around internally that billions of videos that cross the internet every single day have our thumbprints all over them. From our humble roots as a codec creation company, we extended and embraced online video and began creating Sorenson Squeeze, which has grown into arguably the worldwide leading desktop encoding application. So this is where we take a variety of codecs that are out there and produce compressed video for just about any output type you can imagine. Beyond that, we also provide a full online video platform called Sorenson 360, and we have a full spate of technology solutions and professional services options that can really help businesses of all size put video into their organizations as well as all over the world.
Eric, I know that there are some new announcements from the company that you can now share with us. What is the new news from Sorenson Media this week?
The new news is on Tuesday of this past week, we introduced Sorenson Squeeze 6.5, which is the latest version of our flagship desktop encoding software. So some of the things that are brand new to the world with this version of Squeeze include the ability to decode ABC HD content, which is typically what you would see from prosumer cameras like those produced by Canon or Panasonic or Sony, which opens up a whole new tranche of users for Sorenson Media, as well as a number of transcoding scenarios where you would introduce this type of video format into your workflow. So if you're working with video and you're doing any kind of professional video editing or composition work, you're likely starting with or incorporating a nonlinear editing tool. So familiar examples would be Avid Media Composer, Apple's Final Cut Pro, Adobe Premiere, Sony Vegas. And what we do is we actually integrate directly into the nonlinear editor where we start the encoding process, and we take the video all the way through its value chain, if you will, or all the way through the life cycle of the video. So what that can mean in practicality is essentially taking a video where you're going to be distributing to the web, whether it be the final destination is YouTube, an FTP site, on your public website, a social media sharing site like Facebook or Twitter, you name it. We can basically take that video through its entire life cycle beyond the encode. So the way we do that with Sorenson Squeeze 6.5 and with other Sorenson products that we can talk about that are coming is basically from the encode job setup, we have parameters that you can establish to essentially tell us where you want that video to live, how you want that video to get to any destination. And we talk to video editors all the time who, frankly, if they can cut manual steps out of their process, if they don't have to take a video, post encode, and FTP it themselves or burn it to a DVD and drive it across town, or do any of the heavy lifting, if you will, of the video production process, we've saved them a ton of time. And we've saved them a ton of headaches. And I'll give you a very specific example of how we do that. One of the things that's very valuable within Sorenson 360, especially as it's attached to Sorenson Squeeze, is our review and approval functionality. So this is where we take a video, you would set up an encode job with any of our hundreds of presets that are available to you to always give you the highest quality output. You take that encode job and then you basically say, okay, Paul, I want you to review or approve that video. And this is a very familiar enterprise case where you've got clients or colleagues who would need to view a video as part of its life cycle. You'd give us your email, plug that into Squeeze. Squeeze would take the encode job, batch that video out to you, would deliver that video in a customized player, and that player can either be a flash player that's viewed on a web page, or we can even deliver it to mobile devices such as the iPhone or iPad. You would watch the video. You could attach comments. This needs improvement. I think you should work on this edit. The lighting was not where we needed it to be. Change around this edit. In fact, you'll probably do that with this video that we're creating right now. Once that process is done, you could simply press either approve or please revise, and those comments will be taken directly back to the Squeeze user themselves through email. And so basically what you've done is you've taken what would be up to 10 or 12 manual steps and completely automated a process that began directly from either a nonlinear editor or the desktop and moved all the way through, web or mobile viewing, and essentially delivered some real value in an enterprise context.
Thanks for all the information today, Eric. I really appreciate your taking the time to share your thoughts about the online video space and to talk about the major role that Sorenson Media continues to play with the new release of Squeeze 6.5, Sorenson 360, and the managed server offering that you talked about. We'll certainly want to keep in touch with you in the weeks and months ahead as more and more companies deploy online video at their organizations. Thanks for your time.
Absolutely, Paul. It's been my pleasure. Thanks.